So this is Carly Queen 113, and this is me reading a FairyTail chapter 494. I have seen the summary, so I kind of know what's going to happen, but I just want to see if there's anything I missed. So, anyhow, it's called 494, The Hills Extending Towards Tomorrow. So we have that awesome picture of Zeref to start off with. Then we have the one of Laxus, and then we are back to the scene where they're at. So Zeref's talking, he's like, it's been just about 100 years since we last met like this. 95 years to be more precise. So wow, she's keeping track. Oh wow, this is kind of scarily romantic, even though it's bad. I could still feel your voice, even your very being, that entire time. Okay, so now we have Mavis actually planning. Oh, let's see if this works. So, and this is Mavis' thoughts. In order to beat Zeref once and for all, I have one final plan in place. The first condition for that plan was my body. I needed my true body no matter what. And the other condition, although it's plausible in theory, will prove rather difficult. Wow, this seems like it's pretty cool. So, I wonder if she's going to pretend to be on his side for a little bit. What? So she was just caught. My body is ceases at once, Invel. My body is. Oh, so Invel froze her. Oh, so Zeref didn't want him to do it, so Invel like froze her. And Zeref wasn't happy with that. He said, ceases at once. Your Majesty, although I do. So Invel followed me to the guild? Oh, how crazy. Sympathize with your relationship with the girl. She is embodiment of fairy heart itself. If by chance she were to turn that magic power against us. And then he's saying, Mavis understands better than anyone that fairy heart is a spell which absolutely mustn't be used under any circumstances. Even if it was for the sake of killing me, she wouldn't dare activate it. But your Majesty. Oh, how sweet. He's actually being sweet. He's actually sounding sweet. Mavis was trapped inside a crystal for an eternity. He's actually sounding really sweet here. It's I kind of wish I was. Mavis was trapped inside a crystal for an eternity, unable to move a single muscle in her body, stealing her freedom once again after she had finally been freed. It pains my heart. Invel. Oh, how sweet. Looks like it shall be done. Aw, he's actually being sweet, but you know that, yeah, it's only a part of him. It shall be done. What is this? I shall refrain from binding your body, thus I have instead taken the liberty of binding your mind. Oh, how sad! What is this? What was happening? My very thoughts are being snatched away. No, I must retain my composure. Oh no, this is trouble. I suppose I must settle for this. You've always been overly prone to worrying, haven't you, Invel? Given my position as emissary of Alvarez, I see it as a completely rational decision. I can't form one rational thought. Just what? Oh no! Taro, he just like made her so she can't think. How dare she? So she's like under his control now. How dare he do that? I don't like Invel for doing that. Mavis, could you please follow me? My body is moving on its own. Behold. This can't be. Wow. This is the scene. This is one of the spoiler scenes. Your comrades are currently making their way here in order to take back you and the guild. I do wonder, will they be able to break through our defenses? I cannot wait to find out. Oh, this is how it's planned. So it's just like, not a chance in hell, not as long as Azir the Great is here standing in their way. That's so big shot. I seem to recall you losing quite pathetically. Look who's talking. So this is just a Spriggen's reunited. The fluke ain't gonna happen again, naturally. Randy, Demaria, Brandish, Mari. I heard you were captured. They didn't do anything horrible to you, did they? No. Okay, so they're having all a reunion. I won't say any of those awful and cruel things to you ever again. I'm gonna pay those fiends back tenfold for laying their hands on you. So she's actually acting like she cares about Randy. Friendship is one of the world's greatest beauties, wouldn't you say? Says Larcade. August. I wonder what's up with that. August is not too happy. Lord August is quite fond of giving me dirty looks. Can you blame him? You always fail to attend our meetings, so it shouldn't come as some big shock. So now all she can do is be surprised. She can't think clearly. This is bad. They need to free her from this thing so she can, like, strategize. That's terrible. That is a mage called the strongest of them all, August. Not to mention Rahid, Dragneel. That person's magic. What on earth and just what nature of magic is that? And he's like, Rahid, Zeref's like, Rahid is my proverbial secret weapon. You see, he has the potential to defeat even Acknowledge, given his vast capabilities. So then we have Nineheart, who is okay. Conjuring 3 Spriggen 12 members worth of her story certainly takes its toll on me, I must admit. I see, so I have to return from the depths of the underworld. So they all died. So Bradman, Wall, well, would you look at that? The Swirl finally gathered together. So this is actually a really good chapter in God Serena. God Serena's 8 dragons has been resurrected. He's all like, I'd like to remind you three that you're already long dead. I'd advise you to protect me diligently lest you disappear from the living world permanently. Just leave it to godly me. Oh my gosh. So this is actually really good. So everybody's talking. 1 million soldiers, and the 12 all reunited. Truly magnificent sight to behold. Eileen. And that's Mavis. What is this obscene magic for? As for the matter of your activation of Universe 1, I won't cry. In fact, you've done well. You have my praise. Oh my, and here I was prepared for at least a light spanking or something. Oh, are they flirting? I think she's flirting with him. Or something along those lines. I'm a little disappointed. What I would have you do for me now is an isolation enchantment. Your wish is my command, so I simply have to remove Fairy Heart inside that cute little girl. Is that right? Mavis, she can't possibly do such. As luck would have, Eileen is prodigious when it comes to attaching or removing magic from objects. This would likely take some time, but yes, you can leave the task. So that's kind of scary. I'm like, what's going to happen if they remove Fairy Heart? Is she going to die? For good? I don't want that to happen. I want her to be free. Yes, you can leave the task in my capable hands. This cannot be. So Mavis is freaked out. Can't blame her for that one. I've now assembled a perfect impenetrable battle formation. Do you still dare to come here, FairyTail? I shall not let you see tomorrow. I think this is probably the end of the chapter. I don't see, there's another page or two. Our guild, once surrounded by a warm, lovely town. Urza, back to FairyTail, is now ravished beyond belief. It looks so cold and isolated. And everybody's kind of beat up. Sleep well for now, dear friends. This may be the last dawn we will ever see. So you must rest while you still can. Unatsu heard automatically. Last dawn. Not if I have anything about it. We're gonna bust in there and take our guild back. We'll see you new tomorrow no matter what. That was a really good chapter. Although I feel angry at Invel for like making her so she can't think straight, but I guess that since she is such a good strategy group, it would be necessary, but come on. I hope that they break her free from it, or somebody breaks her free from it. That would be so much better. But, so Zeref is actually being somewhat nice, oddly enough. I want to know who Rakid is. I thought, when I thought it, there was theories going on that, like, you know, he was, their dad, or he was his son. I kind of like the idea of him being his son better than their dad, but I'm not sure how that would be. And I kind of wonder who the mom would be and everything like that, since obviously, well, Mavis didn't survive very long when they were sort of together, unless if it has anything to do with her, it's probably some weird DNA thing or whatever, where he had a strand of her hair and morphed into a person. But I want to see who he is. This was a really good chapter. I don't like what Invel did. He's kind of a jerk, but he did have a good reason to do it. So it seems that Zeref might have at least some sympathy for Mavis in a way, but we'll see how that works in the future. Other than that, the next chapter is called I'm Hungry as Hell, so I really don't know what that's going to be about. I think it's just going to be Nazi coming in there and busting everybody up, honestly, just because he says that all the time, but we'll see. I hope we'll find out who Rakid is, like what's his relation to the Dragneel people, and I'm sure we will. It's probably one thing a lot of people are wondering about. So, what do you think? Do you think he's like Zeref's son? Do you think he's Zeref's father? He's got to have some kind of relationship with them. Maybe even a brother, but I'd rather have it be a father or something. Other than that, this was a good chapter. There was some really sweet moments between Zeref and Mavis, at least until Invel showed up and destroyed everything. I wonder if we're going to see more of that. Anyhow, that's about it. I'm excited to see for the next chapter. This has been really good. The series has been getting better. Well, maybe certain chapters have been really good, but that's about it. Thank you. So I just reread FairyTail chapter 494 to see if there's something I missed, and apparently there was. So Zeref was being nice to us at the beginning, but at the end when he's like, Eileen, will you remove Fairy Heart? He says, as luck would have it, Eileen is prodigious when it comes to attaching and removing magic from objects. So he does think of her still as just an object, as something, which is really sad. But if he removes the magic from her, she will just be that. So I'm hoping that somehow somebody stops them. So that she stops somehow from doing that. So, and then we go from there. I don't want Mavis to die again. She just got back. So, anyhow, that's about it. So, here's hoping that somebody will stop her before it happens and Mavis won't die again. Although I do wonder how they're going to kill Zeref, because he really deserves to die when he says stuff like that. And he has always deserved to die for killing so many, but especially stuff like that. Anyhow, that's it. Now that's the true end. I hope you enjoyed the chapters as much as I did. I guess you can say something if you want.